There's a guy that took the sport of basketball and raised it to a higher level. God bless you, Julius, and good luck in life.
Dr. J, you are legendary. Thank you.
After 11 years here, it'll be hard to imagine not seeing Julius Erving wearing a Sixers uniform next season. However, it would have been harder to see the doctor wearing the uniform of another team. Believe it or not, that was possible. In 1985, the Clippers didn't get far trying to land Dr. J even up for Terry Cummings. Last summer, though, the Utah Jazz came closer. When anyone wants to buy a new or used automobile in Salt Lake City, they deal with one man.
Maybe you can drive my car, and maybe I love you. Beep, 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 yeah.
Larry Miller, automobile magnate, is also owner of the NBA's Utah Jazz. Though it's clear he has closed thousands of deals for cars, his most famous deal was one that didn't work out for him.
Very introspective he's become.
Larry Miller wanted Julius Erving in a Jazz uniform and did his best to get him.
But our perception going into the deal was that Philadelphia really was not that interested in keeping him. In fact, it could have gone a step further, depending on who you talk to, and that they were looking for a gracious way out.
Knowledgeable in basketball, Miller felt his team needed a veteran who could add stability and leadership, someone the younger players would follow. He zeroed in on Dr. J, whose contract with the Sixers had expired.
I can tell you that there was never a serious consideration of ever trading Julius Erving. There was only 2 times ever. One was a possible trade, and one was a right of first refusal, and at no time was I ever considering trading Julius Erving.
Slip sliding away.
To play in Utah, the Jazz were offering Julius $4 million over 2 years. Doc met with Larry Miller in Salt Lake City as negotiations moved quickly.
Once I met him, that's when it became apparent that he was having some real, as he really contemplated the possibility of this, that he was really having some problems leaving Philadelphia.
When their discussion stalled, Miller came east for his highly publicized final sales pitch.
And once we got there and saw him in what I'm going to call his natural habitat, it became very apparent that if there was any way for him to continue the relationship with the Sixers, that he was going to do it.
If I were going to play more than 1 year, that would have been a better situation for me, but it would have caused a lot of difficulty in that, you know, my family wasn't going to go to Utah.
My only part was that I'm not going because I felt Philadelphia was my home and, you know, this is where we were going to be. But I wanted him to do what he thought was best, and I was going to be behind him 100%.
Julius, can you say anything? Can you say anything at all, Doc?
No, I'm sorry.
He was at Harold's house, and I could tell he was having a hard time getting out what he wanted to, so I figured I'd take a little pressure off him. I said, is there something you want to tell me? And he said, I'm going to stay here. And it hit me real hard. It didn't surprise me, but just hearing the words hit me very hard. But I said to him, you made the right choice.
Julius Erving has become a permanent fixture around Philadelphia. He's given much more to the community than his countless exceptional performances on the basketball court. Julius Erving has given up himself for the benefit of people in need.
Lean on me. We are not strong.
For years, many charitable causes have leaned on the celebrity status of Dr. J, and he has been there to help.
It's up to you. Let's all get involved. How you doing?
Hi.
Merry Christmas to you.
Julius believes in lending more than his name. He gives his time, effort, and support whenever he can.
Charity begins with giving of yourself, giving what you're capable of giving.
He has even helped players from other teams try to overcome personal problems such as drug abuse.
Julius Erving gets to Chicago, goes out to dinner with Quentin Daly to try and help this young man, try to give him a little direction, try to give him some support that he needed at that time to help that man with his life. And he wasn't looking for any accolades or the media to be aware of this. This was just Julius Erving, and that's the type of person he is.
Lupus is an autoimmune disease that primarily attacks women.
Julius has formed a foundation to combat the disease which took his brother from him.
I think it became more of a personal campaign for me, more of a personal challenge to try and work with the groups that are involved in the research of lupus and searching for a cure, and then the fact that there is no cure for it.
He feels that coming to grips with the deaths of his father, brother, and the loss of his sister to cancer has acted as a waking experience for him.
These catastrophes just serve as reminders that we're really powerless as individuals, and to walk around ego-tripping, you know, and feeling that you're totally in control of your life and all the things around you is a waste.
I'm sure there have been occasions when Julius Erving would have loved to lay around wasting time. Funny thing was, there was no time to do it. What will he do now that his playing days are over?
To have to make a decision with what I'm going to do with the rest of my life at this stage is contradictory to the work that I've put in for the last 16 years, because I've worked very hard and very genuinely and honestly for the last 16 years so I could have freedom at this point.
Dr. J sold tickets and was paid a healthy salary in return for his performances. He realized that playing the game he loved was first and foremost a business.
Julius is the only player I've ever had who represented himself. To tell Julius Erving that you're not going to do something is a lot harder than telling his agent. So I think Julius, from the standpoint of being a businessman, is very shrewd.
Doc says there will be a tremendous void once his playing days are over. He insists that missing the players will not lead him into coaching.
I've never wanted to be a coach. It just never occurred to me. As a matter of fact, I really don't want to work for anybody.
Julius Erving says he's developed himself into an entrepreneur. He owns a number of private businesses, 2 marketing and management companies, and a communications company.
I've enjoyed a certain celebrity status that you could compare with a Cosby as an actor, yet Cosby is also a celebrity and does a lot of celebrity type things. Opportunities come out of celebrity status.
2 out of 2 doctors agree. No prescription necessary.
You know, I was a great basketball player when I was in college.
1 out of 2 doctors agree.
He has not been involved in the operations of the Coca-Cola Philadelphia company he owns, nor the Buffalo TV station of which he is part owner. Julius has done mostly promotional and commercial work. That's where many expect him to stay.
Happy to have my family and friends with me here. Happy to be here with you.
Julius doesn't discount the talk that he could wind up in broadcasting as an analyst on basketball telecasts, nor does he rule out politics. Some feel mayor, governor, senator, or even President Erving might have a nice ring to it.
So I can't just put it on the side and say, no mas. You know, I have to, I will have to deal with it on one level or another.
Though scenes like this cannot be easily confused with the elaborate Hollywood productions that win Academy Awards, Julius has been the star of his family's home movies for years.
You tell me about The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh.
Okay. This film featured the only real silver screen appearance by Julius Erving.
Yeah, I was the one who saw that movie. I was the one who saw The Fish That Ate Pittsburgh. What is it?
In the movie, Julius is the star of the Pittsburgh Pythons, a basketball team at the bottom.
Wide open, man. Why you pass it to him?
Their 12-year-old water boy seeks the help of an astrologer who says the team must have only players with the zodiac sign of Pisces. Julius, who was born under the sign of the fish himself, goes on to lead the team to success, thereby saving basketball in Pittsburgh.
There were a lot of things that I liked about it. I like the permanence of things that are put on film, and yeah, I don't rule that out.
How about a producer?
I've over the course of the last 3 or 4 years read a number of scripts.
Recently, Julius starred in a music video based on his own life and a song arranged and performed by Jeffrey Osborne.
I had a lot of fun doing it. I think just knowing it was for someone like Dr. J was all the inspiration that I needed to really get through it.
Everything good takes time. Everything on your mind. Like an aging wine. Everything good takes time.
That does it for today's adventure. If you're new here, please subscribe. take it one step further and ring that notification bell. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big old like and a thumbs up. It lets me know you care. I'll see you in the next video. Right on.